Welcome to Optimal FS. In this video, there is something I want to explain. Many people were asking me how did I take a trade on GBP USDT. There was a video, if you check on my channel, there was a video I made about GBP USDT, my running trade. And many people were asking me how was my setup. Let me show them my own setup about that GBP USDT I showed. Now, this is the GBP USDT. I show my running trade on. If you go through my channel, you will see a video where I uploaded my running trade on GBP USDT. Now, this is how I set up my GBP USDT trading. Now, if you look here, this is a weekly time frame. So, first of all, I draw my weekly time frame trend line. If you watch, this is this blue line here. This blue line here is my weekly time frame trend line. Do you understand? So I go to weekly time frame and draw my trend line. Then the next thing is that I come down to daily and also draw my trend line on daily. This is my daily time frame trend line, the green line. That was my daily time frame trend line. Then the third thing is that I move down to 4-hour time frame and also draw my trend line. This purple line here is my 4-hour time frame trend line. So this is how I set up my trend lines: weekly trend line, daily trend line, and 4-hour trend line. Now the second thing is that I set up my psychological levels. If you see these red horizontal lines, they are my level of my psychological levels. Each one differs from another with 0.005. That is the difference between each psychological levels. Now, about the trade I took on the video I showed on my running trade, this was the trade. Now on 4-hour time frame, this is 4-hour time frame, and this is my 4-hour time frame trend line. So if you check the video, you observe that this was the area after drawing the trend line on 4-hour time frame. Now I use this particular touches to draw my trend line. I use this particular touches. Here was the first touch, then this is the second touch. Here was the second touch. So I use those 2 points to establish my trend line on 4-hour time frame. Do you understand? So by looking at these trend lines, it is obvious to you that the market is on downtrend. It is obvious that the market is selling. When you look at the weekly time frame, the daily time frame, and the 4-hour time frame, it is obvious that the market is on downtrend. So I'm only focusing on sell position. Do you understand? I'm only focusing on sell position. Now let me show you where I took the trade. Let me show you where I took the trade. I moved back to 4 hour time frame. Do you understand? Now, after moving, this was where the price come back to the 4 hour time frame, this point, and this is where I took my sell trade. This is where I took my sell trade. So when the profit was running, that's where I showed my running trade. Do you understand? I took my trade here and it was running smoothly. Do you understand? Now, in case you are interested in also using the ADS, so this is a 25 ADS. You can as well establish your buy position, your sell position here. Do you understand? You can as well establish your sell position here if you want to use ADS. You establish your sell position here. Do you understand? So as far as the market is on downtrend, you can also as well establish your sell position here. Do you understand? You can also as well establish your sell position here. All of them will give you enough profit. Do you understand? So this is how I took the trade. I showed the running trade on GBP USDT. So you can, after drawing your trend lines, that will give you a clear view of the direction of the market. Do you understand? So you will now wait when the market comes back to the 4 hour trend line. You understand? Once it touches it, then observe it. Once it rejects, then you take a position. So that is how I took the trade on GBP USDT. Thank you.